Hi guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here to bring you a monthly message for Gemini for June 2020. Happy birthday to all my June Gemini babies. I love you all. I'm right there with you. And I wanted to give you guys this message early on too because it is your birthday month, right? So just remember this message is general. Take what you feel is for you, disregard the rest, and know that no matter what messages come through today, it's still up to you and your active free will how you integrate this message and the choices you make and the steps you make forward in this world. So I'm just going to take a moment to ask Archangel Michael to jump in, to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, to use me as the clearest channel possible, as well as deliver messages that are only for the highest good of those of us watching and the most far-reaching as well. So I'm going to start off today with the Healing with the Angels Oracle. So I am outside. Whatever background noise you hear, I apologize if it's distracting. It thinks it wants to storm outside. There's been some rain, there's been some thunder, but it's kind of not sure what it's doing. It's a Gemini, right? It's not sure. It's of two minds. Ha. As I said that, I started doing this. We get spiritual growth and balance. That this month may be really important to see the spiritual growth and the progress that you've made, and to maintain balance in this world, the yin and the yang, the positive and the negative. Again, the twins, right? The dark and the light, the positive, the negative, the yin, the yang. So for some of you, this will be a month of incredible spiritual growth. This may also be something that's asking you just to really stay in that growth mode, that whatever you encounter this month, to keep a balanced mind, to keep a balanced heart, and to encounter it all as an opportunity to grow and to learn. So Spirit, it's an overarching energy for Gemini for June 2020, please. Thank you. We have friendship that fell to the floor. This is also putting special onus, or I think that's the word, special attention to the friendships in your world. Knowing that as well, friendships are a cause, or are a place of beauty, are a place for growth as well. You may be encountering a lot of growth within your friendships as well, but our friends are the people that help us along life's challenges, that bring joy to our worlds as well. What else do you have for us here about friendship, please, Spirit? It's another energy to be aware of for June. Our most helpful energy, please. Okay, these fell. Soulmate. For some of you, on the bottom is meditation. Meditation may be really helpful. I'm going to keep that as well. Meditation may be really helpful for you as well to maintain balance. We are generally ruled by Mercury, right? Mercury is Gemini's ruling planet, and I believe it goes into retrograde on June 18th, something like that. So some of you may already be experiencing the shadow aspect of that, but as well as because we are already an air sign, right, in our heads, and Mercury's our ruling planet, sometimes it's difficult to stay grounded. So in order to get this balance, to stay grounded, and while we're going through spiritual growth, while you are, as well, if you have, like, there's soulmate that comes here, if you're encountering major relationships this month, and even soulmate relationships, soulmate friendships, however it works, whether it's romantic or not, these kinds of relationships are often here to foster incredible spiritual growth. So you may want to get in touch with Spirit, get in touch with your higher self as well, and kind of take some quiet time and contemplation, because meditation is like food for our soul. So you have soulmate here. Beautiful card. One of my favorite in the whole deck. It could be romantic, like I said. It could just be friend. We have power here. And I feel like this is not to forget your own personal power. That regardless of this friendship soulmate, whether it's a romance, whether it's, coming into more alignment with people that are of your soul tribe, your soul group as well, to maintain your personal power, to remember that your words have power as well, and that there's nothing wrong with having power within yourself. For so many of us, I feel like the idea of being powerful was scary or looked down upon because you shouldn't want power. That's an abuse of power, because people look at power as a power over rather than something we hold. When we can understand our own personal power and we can display this in a way that is kind and loving and gentle, that's power within itself. And that's also major spiritual growth. We're not having power over someone, we're just having power within ourselves, so that if we say no, I can't do this, I can't take part in this engagement because it doesn't feel right with me, or I have already too much on my plate, you know that when you say no, there's power in your words, and you do have as well a power to assert change in your world by doing this. There's new beginnings on the horizon here. For some of you, this is definitely relationship. For others of you, this could be anything. This could be a job. This could be, an idea. This could be wanting to go back to school, is what I heard as well. This could even be with the changing of the seasons. But there is new beginnings here. We have body care. It's definitely important to take care of your body. If you feel like you need to get rest, get rest. If you feel like you need to avoid foods, avoid them. If you feel like you need to eat foods, eat them. Our body has a way of telling us what it needs, and we need to listen to it. And we also have here truth and integrity. Truth and integrity is important because, again, our words have power. When we share our truth, when we speak our truth, and when we live in our truth, we're setting an example for the people around us, as well as when we if there's within partnership, okay, some of this, I feel like this new beginning, you're going to experience a lot of spiritual growth. With this particular card, it shouldn't be scary, right? It's not scary to encounter soulmate energy and soul tribe vibes. However, again, like I said, they often facilitate major spiritual growth and changes around us. So go with the flow, but don't compromise yourself, is what I'm feeling like throughout this. That, a more immature way of being and doing relationship is when we get so kind of codependent on another person that when we're with them, we sort of lose our own self-identity. This, I feel like a lot is also saying, throughout your friendships, throughout your relationships, be you, be authentic, live your truth with authenticity, and know that there's a wonderful power in that, because you want to shine and you want to be a counterpart. You want to be a part of something, not dimming yourself, okay? Not just blending in. So, I'm going to ask, I'm going to get one more message here, okay? So what's one more message here regarding the soulmate and the new beginning before we move on? Alright, I'm being asked to switch cards. The bottom of the deck, though, is celebration. For some of you, there may be marriages. For some of you as well, this full moon is really important. We just went through a full moon in Sagittarius and lunar eclipse on June 5th. I'm filming on June 6th, so this energy is still around us. It's still in the air. But there could be completions to old cycles, and it's definitely time now to focus on the new, to focus on the beautiful, to focus on the friendships, things that bring you happiness, things that bring you joy, and definitely things that we can celebrate. So, I'm going to move on now to the Sacred Rebels Oracle and see what messages that we can get from there. Okay, Spirit, at the bottom I just saw have faith in the process, and she's in her little red wagon. Spiritual growth, again, it's a process that if we could just snap our fingers and be enlightened individuals overnight, we would, right? It takes experiences. It takes life lessons. It is a process. So, Spirit, what do you have? This is the one. So we have here, number 26, relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. For some of you, if you are feeling like, if you are empathic as well, if you're feeling like there's a lot of negativity around you, or if you're feeling fear as well, because fear is a darkness energy, surround yourself with light. Ask Spirit to surround you, almost encase you with this light, with this protective light. And you can do something like, if you have selenite, I'm losing my voice, guys, sorry. You can ask it to shield you in white light as well, to help release anything that is negative or inauthentic to your aura, to your energy field. What else would you have us know here for this Be It cause? Thank you. And we get, listening for truth. Where is that? Listening for truth. And I love this one because she has a conch. And to me, this is symbolic, right? We all know if you put this to your ear, you may hear the ocean. Well, the ocean, that's our emotions. Listen to yourself. Listen to your emotions. That's also your personal power, baby, right? When we can hear our own voice, we can hear our authenticity, and we can choose to make decisions that we feel are right for us. Listening for truth and being at releasing the hold of darkness as well is important, because too much darkness can really obscure our vision, right? We can't see through the dark. We need to let our eyes adjust, but then things seem different than they are. If you remember being a kid, or even just if you're somewhere that you're not really familiar with, shadows of your clothes somewhere, someplace sitting on a chair, may project something on a wall with a little bit of light. It seems terrifying, and it could be irrational. So this is also taking time. That meditation may be important, so that whatever fear, whatever darkness, whatever untruths, I heard inaccuracies as well, whatever that is for you, that you can release that. I'm going to bring a message from the book, and I think it's important you have number 26 and number 36. So I'm going to bring number 26. I'm going to read you a little bit before we get into tarot, because this book is awesome with its messages. Dear Sacred Rebel, this moment in your life requires great courage. Fortunately, you possess that in your bucket, in bucket loads. You are being asked to allow yourself to be lifted out of one level of known reality and into the next of higher voltage reality. Higher voltage reality requires a more absolute trust and heart that is surrendered into the greater heart of the universe, so that life can happen to us, through us, and with us more quickly, more radically, more beautifully, and more boldly. You are now being invited into this new reality where things happen quickly according to bold, loving optimism. This is a reality not only of potential, but of manifestation of the great big cosmic yes. So releasing anything that tells you no. Listening to the truth. If you feel this is a yes, listen to it. Also, though, not to be so holding on tightly to 3D reality, 3D ideas of time as well. What's meant for you will come in the time that it's meant to come. So allow things to happen. Release the hold so that you can experience new life. And yes, it's a time of courage. And I was feeling a little scared when we encountered this card. For some of you, if that is what you feel is coming, if it's that kind of relationship, try not to be afraid of it. Experience it. Some of you may want to journal as well while you go through it. To access this reality, you have to leap from known waters, and others may think you are crazy for doing so. You have to leave behind the dark, weighty grip of hesitation, procrastination, and second guessing, and believing you have to do everything on your own. You may fear for your life. How will you be safe in the wild, electric pulse of such aliveness? How will you function without the hazy, sleep-induced paralysis of playing it safe, taking too long, and placing lesser priorities above sacred art of life? How will you hold yourself back if you don't hold on to fear? So you do not need to worry about such things. Life is wild, but it is also wise. It is a force of startling raw awakening at times, but it is also the natural process of evolution, where all things mature according to a seasonal cycle in right timing. You are part of, not apart from, that process. So, there's a little healing affirmation in this book that I feel is very important. And what you can do is put your hand over your heart, and we can say, I accept the offer of life so that I may truly live. Through unconditional love, I now invite and receive all assistance, intervention, protection, and inspiration so that I may leap into my next cycle of life, held into the loving grace of wisdom. So be it. And some of you, it says you may want to take an actual jump, right? We are asking Spirit and we're saying we're willing to jump. We're willing to jump into the next chapter. Goodbye, past stagnant energy. As well as you can't change the past, we can only sail forward. And that's what this is asking. Release the past, release hardships, release your fear, your procrastination, release anything holding you from your greatness, and then listen to the truth. They also want me to grab a little message from listening to truth. So number 36. Truth speaks to us constantly, but not always in words. It may communicate through a feeling that is hard to put into words, but brings an inexplicable sense of peace, trust, and the knowledge that somehow everything is going to work out perfectly, even if there is little evidence of how it is all going to happen. You are being asked to listen to truths beneath the words rather than the superficial message of the words themselves. This is especially true for the communication of those around you, the press, the newspaper, and the mass media. You will begin to hear fear in the words and actions of those around you, even as they preach love. Listen deeper, listen for truth. So, this oracle comes with a message of truth for you. You are hearing something that is not being said, and what you are hearing is truthful. Remember that, okay? So as well, it says there's some guidance with this. If you have been worn down and depressed by lies, gossip, deceit, or backstabbing going on around you, don't fret. Get out in nature and spend some time communing with the infinite. Healing will come to you now, no matter how many times, in how many ways, or by how many tongues untruth is spoken. You know in your sacred, rebellious heart. The truth is your connection to the living truth of life itself. Don't give up. Just open up to healing and know that the truth always eventually prevails. That's important as well, right? Because our words have power. And if there's other people around us, again, spreading untruths, it could be about you, gossiping about you, don't engage in that. You know, some of you may want to feel like you need to defend yourself. And by all means, if you feel like you need to do it. Listen to the truth. But if other people are spreading lies, remember, it eventually comes out. There's power in you, in your personal power. Sometimes going and trying to defend ourselves against these people, it actually makes things worse because we're engaging with hostile energy. Sometimes it's better just being, you think what you think. You can tell whoever you need to tell, whatever you need to tell, but the truth and the power of my character will prevail here. So, there's a healing process that we can say. It asks you to put a hand very lightly on the front and the back of your throat, so I can only do one here, and say, I now release all vows of silence I have ever made, consciously or not. I now release all lies, deception, and painful words, spoken or unspoken, that are affecting my ability to clearly speak and speak my truth. I am held in unconditional love with protection and grace, so be it. So also it says to anchor this in, you could also say something like, within me, beyond all that rises and falls, only truth remains. So within us, we're only going to speak our truth, and we know our truth. And again here, if you need to speak up for yourself, speak up for yourself. If you feel like it's just going to cause more drama, then speak up for yourself and just stand back. But know the truth. Know that listening as well to if you feel again like the truth is not being spoken to you, hang back and look at what's in between. Listen to your own gut feelings on this. So I'm going to bring a message now from the line. Oh my gosh, I almost said line. Sorry. This is the Guardian Tarot. So they're tree people. This may resonate with the first part of the message. It may not. So again, take it how it is. It may be an absolutely separate message altogether. So we're going to get Gemini for June 2020, please. Oh, okay, we got a bunch that fell out here. And this guy wants to come. The star. This is healing. This is also with this wisdom of the owl. I feel like the Ace of Cups is at the bottom. I'm not going to read it in the reverse. However, for some of you, if there's been lies and things like that, this may cause this in the reverse. You also have the Emperor here, which is divine masculine energy, but this is also about owning your own authority. And I feel like this needs to be important because this is honoring your own self, honoring your truth, being true to yourself as well, and loving yourself first. You get the Fool, taking a sacred jump and a leap of faith. The Seven of Pentacles, continuing on your path, continuing to walk. This could be, again, walking away from fools, walking away from lies, but having an idea of the road ahead of you and knowing that it may not be where you are now, but it's not going to stop you from getting there. We have the Four of Swords here, resting your mind, not fretting or overthinking things as well. You know, what you know. And you can see untruths in the world as well. And we have the Six of Cups here. And this is oftentimes reunion. This is a coming back to yourself as well, I feel like. Because she's wearing this tree on her chest. For some of you, this definitely is within a romantic love situation. Because we have the Emperor here with the soulmate as well. For some of you, it may be sort of a divine counterpart kind of relationship. But I feel like it's really important to walk this path with the spiritual guidance and the spiritual knowledge that you have observed along the way is what I'm hearing. A lot of healing can come when we choose to rest our mind. That if someone has told us untruths, that we don't have to dwell. We can just move on and walk away. If that person wants back in our life, they're going to have to speak up and they're going to have to talk. And they're going to have to explain themselves is what I heard. But this is really important as well because some of you, if there is a reunion with a soulmate energy, with soul tribe as well, I feel like Spirit's asking you, first listen to your truth. And if it feels right for you, to jump for it because that's this path. I'm going to get a little bit more, please, Spirit. What would you have us know here about the Seven of Pentacles and the Fool? Because I feel like part of this is with the Seven of Pentacles that, and King of Cups, could be a water sign in your life. Aries is the Emperor, and you could have that, or you could have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, someone there. It's a lot of heart energy here. Aquarius with the Star. But I don't remember the Fool, guys. I apologize. But I feel like this is asking you to follow your heart, to share your heart, to nurture the things and the people that you love, to follow your truth, to give love to the world in the places you feel are appropriate, where you feel called to. And for some of you, again, with this is reunion of counterparts, as well as souls that you were meant in this world to live and experience your life with. So the Star here, some of you, this relationship may bring a lot of healing. For some of you, it may be a stepping stone along your path so that you can move forward in spiritual growth. Oh, tell me about the King of Cups, please. I feel like the King of Cups and the Emperor, too many fell out there, guys. I think the King of Cups and the Emperor feel like the same person to me. Maybe somebody's finally going to open up and speak. We have the King of Pentacles here as well, which is an earth sign quality. Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn with the Five of Cups. Someone could be, the Five of Cups in this one is getting down to the heart of the matter. So this is staying grounded, right? Staying grounded, staying firm, being connected in our intuition, being able to open up our throat chakra, speaking clearly, and getting down to the heart of the matter. What is the issue? Is there something stopping this relationship, stopping this love, stopping this reunion? Is there some untruth that needs to be spoken before healing can happen? That kind of thing. I feel like this King of Pentacles as well is a warrior. He's been through a lot. He's been through a lot of struggle. And sometimes I feel like it could maybe be a little bit cold. This is asking to be nurturing. Again, to be nurturing for ourselves, nurturing for others. And again, this I keep hearing listening for truth. Listening for the truth that you know. Some of you, may know there's been lies hidden. And it may have to do with the soulmate relationship. But honor what you know and wait for the rest to come, because truth will, right? Truth always prevails. That's what I have, I guys. Oh, I hope you guys have a great month. I'll talk to you later. Bye now.